היום נעשה משהו בלתי נשכח שישיר זיכרון של שמחה מבורך. היום יש לך יד ללטף את ראשך, היום אגרום לך סוף סוף לחייך.
The program that we are building here at Ma'aleh with the JTS is divided to two parts. The first part is the students are coming to the class and they sit and they watch a lot of Ma'aleh films and we analyze together about the films, about the Jewish identity, about the questions about Israel through those films. And the films are very professional. But the most important is, I think for the students, is not only analyzing the films, but is to think together how they can use the films as educators or as community leaders or in any other way that they think that they can use the films and forward them to their audience.
The films at Ma'aleh, I found they're all very personal, but they all speak to a universal theme. They all deal somehow or some way with Jewish identity or Israeli identity, but I think any audience can watch a Ma'aleh film and learn from it in any way that they can. And that's what's so special about all of the films we've seen here, and why I think as educators we're all going to take them home with us and use them in different settings.
The other part is more practical. The students are studying here how to make their own personal film. They have experience here in Israel, they're staying in Israel for a few months, so they bring up the questions that they have about Israel or about their identity, and they study how to make films, how to edit, how to film, how to work with the sound, and together the whole process that they're going through they can do afterwards with their students or with their communities. So we have the theoretical point of view, but also the practical. And once in a week, for a few months, we believe we come up with a taste of Jewish identity through the cinema, like we do in Ma'aleh, and we're very happy that JTS can bring their students together and we can build together such a program.
It's amazing how to make a 5-minute movie you have to work for about 200 hours.
There's a lot of technical things that had to go into it that I really just hadn't thought of. Like, really impossible to say how much time I've actually spent, you know, working on my movie. And, you know, it's an hour here, an hour there, and it like all adds up to just so much effort.
But I've been staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning most nights editing the movie, and I'm doing it because it's so much fun.
For me, it's a really good model of like having a template and playing within the rules, but then not necessarily having to color in the lines all the time.
My experience making the movie was really fun and really interesting.
I learned a lot about what to look for in a movie, both in my own movie making and also when I'm watching films now, I sort of know more about what to look for.
The process was interesting because it gave me access into a part of Israeli society that most people who come to visit don't get.
I just captured great stories, and I'm very happy with how the movie came out.
There's that moment where it like finally starts to feel, you know, like a movie, like a set film with a beginning, a middle, and an end, instead of just, you know, a bunch of random clips that are put together and some sound here and there. And once that happens, it's wonderful. It's like, it feels like oh, I created that. That's amazing.
It gave me a vision into Israeli life that most tourists don't get.
Yes. Okay.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
תודה רבה.
L'chaim. L'chaim.
The movie's about my sister because the things that she struggles with are some of the same things that I struggle with. She's managed to really change her life as a result of those things, and I really admire her for that.
It was a lot of fun working with my subject, with Nava Tehila. I really feel like I found a community there that I could pray with and sing with, and it's really been a lot of fun.
has been a real privilege to get to know the people and the students and the teachers, and to be shown films and have special guests come in with a Knots class, and then to have this whole other experience, which I've been looking forward to, filmmaking, like getting really inside of how to do all these fabulous things that we're learning about in the class.
Yaakov was really great to work with because he knows what he's doing, and when he sees what my idea is, he really works with me to make sure that it comes out as best as possible. He's not willing to settle for something that he knows can be better, so I've really appreciated his expertise. And
to have Yaakov's guidance, I mean, it's really great that we have a teacher and a guide, and then we can also go out on our own and do our own thing and come back with all of these questions and all of these discoveries. So
I think for me, Mala was really a wonderful experience because I was able to wear my different hats and look at Israel literally through different lenses, through the camera and through my work making the movie. And it was creating a movie that, a personal movie that had significance to me was a really great marker in my time in Israel, and it's now something I'll always have to remember these 5 months being here.
Ma'ale, I think, really helped me to see Israel in a different way through a lot of the films that we watched.
Israel for me is always going to be a big part of my life, so this was new and different, and I appreciate that.
It was pretty. My time here has been pretty incredible. It's kind of an irreplaceable experience. It's what I mean, like I don't know. It's been pretty fantastic.
Go to Abu Ghosh. Go to the Tachana Merkazit Arabit. This is the hummus that you need. This is the Israeli hummus, the Arab Israeli hummus. זה הכי טוב.
משהו בלתי נשכח, שישיר זיכרון של שמחה מבורך. היום יש לך יד ללטף את